Let's admit something nobody wants to say out loud. Most people who ask, "How do I be mysterious?" aren't trying to be mysterious. They're trying to be unrejected. They're trying to control the moment where someone pulls away. So they learn tactics, delay replies, act busy, be vague, withhold. But here's the problem. That isn't mystery. That's anxiety in a costume. And people can feel it. Today I'm going to show you how to be genuinely mysterious. Without games, without manipulation, without pretending you don't care. By doing something most dating advice never teaches. Be emotionally unavailable to your own neediness. Stay until the end, because I'm going to give you a mystery framework you can use in real conversations. And one line you can say that instantly separates grounded men from performers. Before we start, answer this in the comments. Do you think being mysterious is attractive or immature? Be honest. I want to see where you stand. Why play hard to get backfires? The internet turned mystery into a trick. Don't reply. Be cold. Act like you have options. Make her chase. Sometimes that gets attention, sure. But ask yourself, what type of person does that attract? It attracts people who are addicted to uncertainty. People who confuse anxiety with chemistry. People who grew up learning that love equals emotional instability. So yes, you might get obsession, but you won't get peace. Real mystery doesn't create anxiety. It creates curiosity. Anxious tactics create a spike. Curiosity creates a pull. And this is where most men get it wrong. They try to manufacture mystery inside the interaction. But mystery is built outside the interaction. Not in your texts. Not in your replies. Not in your strategy. Mystery is your life energy. And there are only 3 sources of that energy. I'll give you those 3 sources in a minute. But first, you need to understand the most important distinction in dating. Availability is not the enemy. Neediness is. What is the difference between mystery and games? Let's get precise. Games are when you try to manipulate someone's feelings to get certainty. Mystery is when your inner world is so stable that you don't need certainty. Games, I'll pull back so you panic. Mystery, I'm calm whether you stay or go. Games, I won't show interest. Mystery, I show interest without surrendering myself. Games are behavioral tricks. Mystery is identity, which means if you don't build the identity, the behavior looks fake. That's why some men try mysterious, and it makes them look awkward, because deep down they're still pleading. You can't fake groundedness. And here's a controversial truth. The fastest way to lose mystery is to explain yourself. Not because explanation is bad, but because most explanation isn't explanation. It's negotiation. It's please understand me. It's please don't leave. It's please see me as valuable. And once people feel you negotiating your worth, the mystery dies. In a second, I'll show you what to do instead. But first, we have to talk about the real reason mystery works on the human brain. Listen closely. This is how mystery works in human psychology. Your brain doesn't chase what it fully understands. It invests in what it has to discover. But here's the part people miss. Discovery has to feel safe. If someone is mysterious because they're inconsistent, cold, or manipulative, that doesn't feel safe. That feels like a threat. But if someone is mysterious because they're deep, calm, and self-contained, that feels like a mountain. You want to climb it. So mystery is not I'm unclear. Mystery is I'm clear, but I'm not accessible to chaos. Now, I promised you the 3 sources of mystery. Here they are. I am going to reveal the 3 sources of real mystery. The first is momentum. If your life has no direction, you can't be mysterious. Because everything about you becomes predictable. Always online, always available, always waiting, always reacting. A man with momentum is interesting because his attention is selective. Not performatively selective, naturally selective. You don't need to act busy. You become purposeful. Be honest. Are you actually busy building your life, or busy escaping it? The second is emotional self-containment. This is the core. A mysterious man feels emotion, but he doesn't leak it everywhere. He doesn't dump it onto strangers. He doesn't pour it into someone to bond quickly. He can sit with tension without rushing to relieve it. Most men try to relieve tension by texting more, explaining more, giving more, apologizing more. That is the opposite of mystery. Mystery is, I can feel this and still stay steady. The third is standards. Mystery disappears when people think you'll accept anything. If you tolerate disrespect, mixed signals, inconsistency, you become readable, because people know they can push you around. But standards create mystery because they create edges. People don't know what you'll tolerate. They don't know what you'll walk away from. Not because you're unpredictable, but because you respect yourself. Now we're ready for the practical part. How do you communicate mystery without being cold? I'm going to give you a framework. And yes, this is the one I said to stay for. This is how you do it. Step 1. Say less, but say it clean. Most men don't talk too much. They talk too much because they're nervous. So the rule is short statements, calm tone, no overjustification. Bad. I didn't reply because I was busy, and I didn't want you to think. Good. I was focused. And stop. Step 2. Don't fill silence. Silence is where attraction happens. If you fill silence with nervous words, you remove the space where someone wonders about you. If you can sit in silence comfortably, you become rare. Step 3. Don't defend your image. Here's a painful truth. The moment you start defending your image, you admit it can be attacked. Mystery is when people can't shake you. If someone says, "You're not that into me," a performer panics. No, I am, I swear. A grounded man says, "I like you. I'm just not frantic." And that's it. Now, I also promised you one sentence that instantly separates grounded men from performers. Here it is, the one-line technique. Very powerful. Use this when you feel yourself slipping into over-explaining. I don't need to be understood immediately. Say it to yourself first, then live it. That line is not arrogance. It's stability, because the right person doesn't require you to perform your worth. Now we need to address the biggest misunderstanding. Isn't this just being emotionally unavailable? No, it's being emotionally available without being emotionally dependent. There's a difference. But answer your question in the simplest way for what real mystery is. A full life plus calm nervous system plus self-respect. That's it. Not tricks, not tactics, not acting. Mystery is what happens when you become the kind of man who doesn't chase closure, doesn't beg to be chosen, doesn't leak his anxiety into the relationship, doesn't fear silence, doesn't sell himself. That man is magnetic because he doesn't need to convince anyone. Now, I want this to create action, not entertainment. So here's your challenge. For the next 7 days, don't explain yourself unless asked. Don't double text out of anxiety. Don't negotiate your worth. Replace proving with presence. And here's the comment question. What do you personally do that kills your mystery? Over-texting, oversharing, over-apologizing, over-giving. Write it, own it. That's step 1. Then watch the other videos in this dating series. Because in the next one, I'm breaking down how to build standards without becoming cold, and how to keep polarity without playing power games.